Welcome everyone. We are back at Whiskey Rapids. Today I have Callie and Alicia with me, and we are going to go through a more broken down, like workshop style class today, focusing on the sun salutations. So we'll take time to kind of break down each pose, and then we'll move through adding in some breath with the movement, and then we'll end at in the end with some slower stretches, seated and relaxed. So go ahead, get yourselves comfortable where you want to start as usual. Give yourself a chance to take some big breaths in and out. Take time to be present. Check out, like, what is happening around you right now? What can you hear? Can you feel your clothes against your skin? As you breathe in and out, can you feel a shift in your body? Take time to notice your inhale and your exhale. If one part is longer or shorter, can you start to even that out? Spend a little more time here connected to your breath, trying to create that balance between your inhale and exhale. Now take a moment to note, how do you feel today? Physically, how does your body feel? Mentally, what's your mood and your energy level like? Taking this time, these first few minutes, to check into your surroundings, connect with your breath, acknowledge yourself. That's what makes this yoga practice different than just showing up for a workout. Find a way to keep that focus, keep that presence through your practice today. Together through your nose, taking a deep breath. Open up your mouth and let it out. Give yourself the next minute to move however your body needs. Shift in your hips, your legs. We're gonna go right into tabletop. So you can come to your hands and knees. Start with some movement side to side in your hips, or try turning your fingers in and out. So the sun salutations are that flow, that sequence, that is a nice way to warm up your body. It's also a good way to develop your practice at home. If you don't have time for much more, throwing in a couple sun salutations just kind of wakes everything up, helps you be a little more present and set that intention. So let's go ahead and work into the downward dog. Lift your hips up, shake out your head. I'm gonna have you keep going, I'll just stand. Take a few seconds again too to try repositioning your fingers, see how it feels in your wrist, your elbows. Down dog, I had heard at one point is supposed to be a resting pose. So at some point it might feel like it. I remember right away though, getting into yoga, it was not the case. All right, go ahead, lift onto your toes in your downward dog and start to walk forward towards your hands. Take as many steps as you need to so you can keep that stretch going through your hamstrings, your hips. Once you're there in that fold, just hang, sway, dangle. Take a few breaths. Try to shut down your eyes for a second in your fold. And then notice again your weight as you shift from side to side. See what happens to your balance. Or even shift forward and back. See which toes start to grab and hold you steady. All right, start to work your feet in closer towards each other. Stand tall into your legs and reach to mountain pose. Take your hands up high towards the ceiling. Shut down your eyes again. This is our starting pose in that sun salutation. When you're in mountain, can you find a way to stand here tall with alertness, bringing in that attention and alignment in your body? Can you push down a little further into your feet, engage deeper through your legs, draw in your ribs, lift from your heart, reach out your fingertips, but now soften down your shoulders, unlock your jaw. Reach up taller, take in a big breath. Now fold forward as you exhale out. Reach down for your legs. Press your heart towards your toes. Let your head relax. Take a couple of deep breaths here, flowing from your chest down to your ribs, into your belly. Even though you're cutting off that space, try to keep flowing and pushing your breath in and out. And in your fold too, it's okay if your knees aren't perfectly straight and you have a little bit of that bend. The main focus here in our fold is trying to push our heart down to our toes, down to the ground. Together, take a breath in here. Stay, fold a little deeper as you exhale. Now we're gonna come to a halfway lift. Press your heart out in front of you, like you're trying to push it out to that wall across from you. Yeah, you can bend into your knees. You could rest your hands on your knees, on the ground. You can reach out. Notice what's happening in your spine, your shoulders. Can you push further through your heart? Pull your shoulders further down your back. Push out further, take in another breath. Fold back down as you exhale. Walk into a high plank. Take your hands out to the top of the mat, walk your feet back, coming into the top of that push-up position. Again, shift around here a little bit. Yeah, bend your knees, reposition your fingers. And now find a spot where you can lock in tall. Push the ground away. Create space between your shoulder blades. Did either of you play Mario Brothers? And they had like those pointed, spiny things in the castle and the fire. Okay, imagine those things underneath your belly. Draw in. Push back through your heels, forward through your head. All right, the next part of this is called that chaturanga. This is where you're lowering yourself down to the mat, and you want to brush your elbows into your ribs as you lower yourself down. Then come all the way down to your belly. Take a second, untuck your toes. I'm going to have them show you a small back bend here, a cobra, so you can keep your hands up by your shoulders. Push in just a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3 inches off the ground. Lift from your heart. Notice what's happening in your neck. If it bothers you, keep your gaze down. Push a little firmer into your hands, and then lower yourself back down to the ground. All right, that was our baby cobra. If you want to try coming up to a full cobra, you might want to move your hands further down by your ribs. And then you're going to lift up a bit higher. Same thing, if it's bothering your neck or your shoulders, keep your gaze down. Can you lift up higher from your heart? Squeeze your shoulders back and then push them down your spine towards your hips. Again, lift a little higher. One more breath in. Control and lower down as you breathe out. All right, we've got one more option here. This would be an upward dog. So your hands can probably stay back down by about your ribs, and then you're gonna lift yourself up as high as you can and push into the tops of your feet and see if you can get your legs off of the mat. There we go. Push up. The idea here in a back bend, yes, we are crunching our back, but you're really trying to stretch out the front side of your body. Pull your shoulders back, breathe down from your sternum to your belly button. Push up just a little higher, one more breath in, lower yourself down as you exhale. Downward dog. Connect to your belly button as you pull yourself back. Give yourself that first few seconds to shift around again like we had earlier. Now come still in down dog. Plug into the L of your hands. Push your chest and your belly back towards your thighs. Yeah, then you can get that nice high V. Again, push back further into your thighs, rise high to your toes. Now take your time and walk or jump to the top of your mat. We're gonna come into that halfway lift. Press your heart out in front of you, straighten out your back. Now fold back down, push your heart to your toes. Mountain, rise up, lock in through your feet, draw that attention up towards the ceiling. Now try a back bend standing here. Either arms long, yeah, you can squeeze down into that goal post. Mountain pose, pull yourself up tall, fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. Give yourself a second to set up and then control to that chaturanga. Lower yourself down. You choose what back bend you want to do now. Lift up your heart, squeeze your shoulders back. Downward dog. Through your nose, take in a deep breath all the way to your belly. Open your mouth, let it all out. Rise to your toes, look ahead, travel to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Back bend. Mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. High plank. and down to your chaturanga. Back bend, take in one breath. Down dog, push it all out. Right away, lift to your toes, leap or walk forward. Halfway, fold, mountain, back bend, mountain, hands to your heart, shut down your eyes for a second. Take a second now to notice that internal heat. Back behind your hands, behind your sternum. Where else can you feel that energy building in your body? Where else can you draw in that deeper attention, that deeper alertness? Challenge yourself to stay connected to your breath. Reach to your mountain, take in that inhale. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, high plank. Shift and lower chaturanga. Back bend, downward dog. Rise to your toes, travel forward. Halfway lift, fold. Mountain, back bend, mountain, fold. Halfway lift, high plank, shift and lower, back bend, downward dog. Again, rise to your toes, leap or walk, halfway, fold, mountain, back bend, mountain, chair. We're gonna go into the Sun Salutation B series. So chair pose, we're here low in our heels. You can pick your toes up, even wave them at the camera there. Press back into your hips, draw your belly in. And even too, when you're thinking here, cat pose, where you've got a little bit of that rounding into your pelvis and your belly, try to use that here in your chair. Hands wherever you want. Out, strong, at your heart, but keep your heart up. Relax your shoulders, unlock your jaw. Together, one more breath in. Fold forward, breathe it out. Halfway lift and back, either down through that chaturanga, or if you want to skip and just go right into a downward dog. So far that chair is different from our Sun A, and now we're going to add in Warrior One. So I want you to take your right heel up towards the ceiling. Press it up a little higher, and now use those muscles at your core, behind your belly button. Squeeze your knee forward into your chest, and then we're going to step into Warrior One. Step down behind your hand, drop your back heel, and now pull yourself up, chest high, hands towards the ceiling. There we go, perfect. Drop down your back heel, Callie, there. Okay, that's fine. Warrior One here. So we're strong in our legs, pull in your ribs, your core, lift your heart and your hands, and again, soften your shoulders, unlock your jaw. Reach up a little higher. Bring your hands now down towards your heart. Step forward to chair. Connect into your left foot. Use your core to draw your right knee to your chest. Now from here, let's step backwards to that Warrior One. Take your lifted leg back, angle your heel down and in. Reach your hands high, heart high. Or reach a little bit higher. Bring your hands to your heart. Step forward to chair. Together, take in a big breath. Fold forward as you breathe it out. Halfway lift. Fold back down. Mountain, stretch yourself up tall. Back bend. Mountain. Chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Connect to your right foot to bring your left knee to your chest. Step back to warrior one. Ground through your feet, reach your hands high. Settle into your legs a little bit lower. Shut down your eyes if you want to test your balance some more. Lift higher. Now this time take your hands down to the mat and go through your chaturanga or push right into downward dog. From down dog, plug into your hands. Now lift your left leg to the ceiling. Up as high as you can. Press through your heel, lengthen out your leg. If you push firmer into your hands, you feel like you can get your foot up just a little bit higher. Now connect with your core, squeeze your leg in and come to that warrior one. Ground through your feet. Lift up your heart and your hands. Reach higher. Bring your hands to your heart. Step forward to chair. Together, one breath in. Fold forward, breathe it out. Mountain, push strong through your legs. Reach up tall, back bend. Mountain, fold. Halfway lift, fold back down, downward dog. Lift high to your toes. Shift your weight side to side so you can stretch out your pinky toes. And then go ahead, sink back down into a tabletop. Lower your knees to the ground. Cow pose, push your belly down. Lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Cat pose, push the ground away, look underneath for your belly button. Round out your spine. Now go back and forth between those two a couple of times. See how everything's feeling. Let's come into a lunge next. So with your right leg, squeeze and bring it forward. Step outside of your hands. Wiggle yourself in as low through your hips as you can allow there. And just take 3 or 4 breaths. We took all that time now to flow and get warmed up, and now our body can maybe relax into some of these poses at the end here. Through your nose, take in 1 more breath. Stay in the pose as you exhale out. Push strong into your hands. Control your leg back. And then we're going to switch and bring that lunge up with the other side. Again, take that first few seconds to settle in your knees, your hands. If even after a few breaths here, you feel like you could wiggle down to your elbows or get lower into the pose, listen to your body, see what's accessible today. Take 1 more breath in. Stay as you control the breath out. Plug into your hands, take your knee back. Again, cow and cat a couple of times. See if that lunge has affected your hips or your back as you flow. And when you are ready, then go ahead and take yourselves onto your backs. do a reclined pigeon. So depending on how stiff everything's feeling, you can just bring your knees up so that you can cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, you're going to squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Same thing, just like 3 to 5 breaths here. If you want to rock around side to side, you can do that. If you're starting to feel any tension in that top knee, play with flexing, pointing your foot, just trying to get some more engagement in a different area. Control your foot down towards the ground, and then take that top leg up towards the ceiling. Point, flex, draw some shapes up on the ceiling. Push firm into your foot that is still on the floor, and then leading from your heel, keep your other leg as long as possible and lower it down over the mat. Hold it about an inch over the floor, depending on how it feels in your back. Hold there. Shut down your eyes for a second. Just again, what is helping you keep that leg out long? If you push firmer into that other foot or firmer into your shoulders. One more breath in. Take it back up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Now go ahead and push your leg out to the side. Just take 1 or 2 breaths here. Trying to wake up some muscles in that hip, soften some muscles along the inside of your thigh. Keep your core active. Come back to the center, and then go ahead, set that foot down, switch it over. Let's do that reclined pigeon with the opposite leg on top. Make your adjustments if you want that little bit bigger stretch. And even notice here too, in your back against the mat, are there certain areas where you feel a little bit more grounded and connected? And if you shift and move, can you impact that connection at all? All right, go ahead, set your foot down, extend your top leg so your heel's to the ceiling. Take a second to stretch, roll around, make some shapes. Engage your foot that's on the floor, keep it strong, push into your back, and now press your leg out long over the ground. Hold here, just steady with your breath. Stay here, 1 more breath in. Let your leg relax as you breathe out. We'll do 1 more pose here, bridge pose. Is that one gonna be all right? What's that? Okay, that's fine. So
I can do
lift to your capacity there. So we're gonna go into a bridge. You've got your heels up by your butt, push into your feet, your shoulders, and just see how high can you lift your hips off the ground. Notice too, what happens if you put your attention down at your thighs, your knees, and try to push them in towards each other. Keep yourself strong into the center. Lift up a little higher, and then slowly lower yourself down. Feel each inch of your back as it hits the mat. Move your knees side to side once you get to the bottom. Loosen up your back. Give yourself a few moments if you want to stretch or do any other poses for yourself, any more twisting. And then get yourself into the most comfortable spot that you can find. Shavasana, or corpse pose, is the traditional pose where you're laying down on your back. We've got child's pose here. You can go and find a wall and rest your feet up, or turn your feet up on a chair or the couch. Just something that is relaxing, so that you can let your upper body relax, let your legs get heavy. Can you shut down your eyes and just give yourself a moment here? These poses and the movement is just part of what yoga is about. It's also this extra time of connecting to ourselves, connecting to our breath, taking a step back to be able to watch our reactions to things. So many times we hear about taking our practice off the mat. How can you be more present and more intentional in the things that you do in your day? Recognize how you're feeling right now. Take some bigger, deeper, fuller breaths. Put some movement back into your body. And when you're ready, bring yourself into a seated position. Shut down your eyes, roll back your shoulders, lift up your heart. Through your nose, take your breath in down to your belly. Open your mouth and let it out. We're going to end with 3 together. Bring your hands to your heart, bow to yourself. Set your mood for the rest of the day. Namaste.
Namaste.